Hello friends, myself Rasmita Jaina, lecturer in computer science. Welcome to our UNC digital class. Today I am going to discuss a major part of the database system, that is your relational algebra, right. So, relational algebra is what? That is a query language. Okay. Query language is basically used to communicate the database system. Then we must define what is the requirement of query language, what is the requirement of relational algebra in the database system. So, query language is basically required when the user want to communicate with the database system. That means when the user want to read or write something from the database system, from the existing database system, in that case user must use some query language. Here the query language is basically divided into two categories, that is your relational algebra and relational calculus. Okay? Query language is what? That basically used to communicate with the database system. Okay. This query language is basically used to communicate with the database system. Okay. Then we define what is query language. Okay. That means when the user want to read or write something from the existing database system, then the user must use some query language. So, here the query language is categorized or basically divided into two categories, or we will discuss two type of query language are used, that is your relational algebra then second one is your relational calculus, right. So, today we will only discuss on relational algebra, what is the definition of relational algebra and what are the basic operations are done over the database by using the relational algebra. So, next we define the relational algebra. So, relational algebra means that is a formal query language or procedural query language. Okay? And we must define relational algebra is the collection of or set of operations are done over the existing database system. And in case of relational algebra operations, the operation will take one or more relation as input and return another relation as an output. The relational algebra are basically the operations are categorized into two types based on the use of number of relation or based on the participation of number of relation in that particular operation. That we must define the definition. So, the definition of relational algebra, that relational algebra is the collection of set of operations to manipulate the database system or the database. Okay? Then definition is what? Definition, it is the set of operations and the operation takes one or more relation as input, okay, input, and returns a new relation as output. Okay? And the relational algebra is broadly classified into two categories, that is your unary and second one is your binary. And this classification is based on the number of relation participate in a operation. Okay? So, this classification is based on the number of relation participate in a relational algebra operation. So, unary relation means what? When there is one relation participate in the relational algebra operations, then that operations are called as the unary relational algebra operations, and when more than one, or you may say when two relations are participate in a relational algebra operation, then that is called binary relational algebra. Okay? So, we defined what is unary relational algebra and what is binary relational algebra system. Unary means the relational algebra operation operates on a single relation. Okay? Then binary means the relational algebra operation operates on more than one or on two relation, that is called binary relational algebra operation. Okay? There are 6 basic operations are used in the relational algebra. These are select, project, set operations. Under set operation there is a union operation, intersection, Cartesian product, and last one is the join operations. So, there are the basic operations of in relational algebra are as follows, right. So, these are select operations, project operation, set operations, and under this set operation there is a union operation, intersection operation, and Cartesian product operation. Okay? Then last one is your join operation. Okay. This join operation is also categorized as theta join, equijoin, and last one is your natural join. Okay? So, from these basic operations, the first two, that is select and project operations, are the unary operations. Okay? And the rest operations, that is union, intersection, Cartesian product, and all the join operations are the binary operation. As we already discussed, that means unary means only one relation will take part in the operation, and binary means more than one, that means two relation may take part in the operations. So, select, in case of select and project operation, the operation will operate on single relation, and in case of the rest of these, that is on the set operation and then the join operation, the number of relations are participate, that is 2. Okay. Let us discuss the first relational algebra operation, that is the select operation. So, select operation is what? The select operation select or filter those tuples from a relation which are satisfies a selection conditions. Okay? That means we have a relation and we have a selection condition in the select operation, and those tuples are satisfying the selection conditions, or you can say the subset of tuple of a relation can retrieve from a relation by using the select operation and the select operation select conditions. Okay. So, those tuples are retrieved or filtered from the relation which are satisfy the select conditions, and those tuples are not satisfy the select conditions are must be discarded in the select operation. And the select operations are basically used to represent by using the symbol sigma. Let us see the syntax of the select operation on one example of select operation. So, it is denoted by the symbol that is sigma. Okay. Then let us see what is the syntax of selection condition. The syntax is sigma, the selection condition, or this is the filtering condition, and this is R. Okay. Sigma is the symbol used to represent the select operation, and this one is the select condition, and R is the relation. So, here sigma is the symbol used to represent select operation. Okay. And then R with the relation where the operation will be held. Okay. And their last one is the selection condition. Okay. So, next we will discuss how the selection condition will be represented. The different form of selection conditions are that means how can write the selection condition. The selection condition can be written like here the attribute name, operator, then again attribute name. Okay. Or you can also write attribute name, operator, and any constant value. Okay. These are the two forms how we can write a selection condition. So, here we must define attribute name means one of the attribute of relation R. Okay. Attribute name means one of the attribute of relation R. Here I write 3 attribute name, this one is also same, one of the attribute of the relation R, and second one is the attribute name, operator, constant, and first one also attribute name, operator and attribute name. Operator means any comparison operator. Okay. That means you can use less than equals to, greater than equals to, not equals to, and also we can use some logical connector also to form the different clauses of the conditions. That means in this case we can also use some logical operators to form a compound relational selection condition. Okay. The logical operators are and, or, and not. These are used to form the compound selection condition. We will see it. Then let us discuss the constant. Then constant is is any constant value of the attribute domain of the relation R. Okay. Any constant value of the attribute domain of the relation R. Okay. Let us see one example of select operation. Suppose consider a relation or table that is a student table having attribute name, role, address and mark, and these are the content or tuples of the student relation. Here I will take 3 tuples, and suppose there is a query to select the tuples from student relation whose mark is greater than equals to 60. That means for this query we will write a select operations. Then what will be the select operation? Sigma. Sigma is the symbol used to represent select operation. Then we must write the select condition. The select condition is what? The mark is greater than equals to 60. That means the condition will form on the attribute mark, that is mark greater than equals to, then we must use the comparison operator, that is greater than equals to, and the constant value used, that is 60. Okay. And this selection operation is based on the relation, that is student relation. So you must mention the relation name, that is student. As I already told you that the relational algebra operation takes one or more relation as input and also return a new relation as an output. So this relational operation also return a output, suppose that will be stored in the relation named as R1. Then what is the content or what are the tuples of the R1? As we know, the selection operation select or filter the number of tuples from a relation, those are satisfying selection condition. Let us see which tuples are satisfying the selection condition or which must be filtered from the original relation. So here the condition is mark greater than equals to 60. So see which tuples are containing mark greater than 60. The tuple number 2 and 3 are containing mark greater than or equals to 60. So now we retrieve these tuples and this will be stored in the resultant relation, and the resultant relation will become like, suppose there is a name attribute, role attribute, address attribute, and next is your mark attribute. Okay. And this resultant relation will contain 2 tuples because only these 2 tuples from the student relation are satisfying the selection condition. So the 2 tuples are John, role is 1, address is BBSR and mark is your 60. Okay. Because the condition is mark greater than 60, and second one is your name is Smith, role is 20, address is Cuttack and your mark is 90. So this is our result, or this is the result of the select operations. Okay. Let us see another example by using the logical connector. Okay. Suppose given query is the select the tuples from the student relation whose mark is greater than equals to 60 and the address is CTC. Okay. Mark is greater than equals to 60, address is Cuttack. Okay. For that we will write the selection operation expression, that is, in the first example I only write that mark greater than 60 because the condition is given that mark is greater than 60. But here I add or connect another condition, that is address is CTC. So this can be done by using the logical connector, and here I only write mark greater than equals to 60 and the second condition is can be written by using the connector, that is logical connector, that is address equals to CTC. Okay. And here we are operating on the student relation. So I here mention the student relation. So first we will check which tuples are satisfying the conditions and then we will filter those tuples from the original relations. So first condition is mark is greater than equals to 60. So from this relational table or from this relation, the tuple 2 and tuple 3 are satisfying the first condition. As the logical connector AND is used, so we must know that both condition must be true. That means this condition will be true and this condition will be true. That means those tuples are satisfying both the condition, that tuples are only retrieved from the original relations. So mark is greater than 60, these two tuples are satisfying, but the address CTC is only satisfying by the third tuple. In our resultant relation, only this tuple will be, okay. So now the resultant relation contain, the R1 will contain the attribute name, role, address and your mark, okay, and the selected tuple is only third one, that is Smith 20, CTC, then 90, okay. If instead of AND, if the query will be given whose mark is greater than equals to 60 or address is CTC, okay. If the query is given the mark is greater than equals to 60 or address is CTC. In the previous example I mentioned instead of or, I mentioned the AND operator. If it will be OR, then what will be the result, okay. Then first we must write the relational algebra for the select operation. So the condition, select condition is mark greater than equals to 60 and instead of AND we can write OR, then address equals to CTC. Then we must see which tuples are satisfying this condition or what would be the result. If I write OR, then the tuple those are satisfying only the first condition or the second condition. From these two, if one condition is satisfied, then that tuple must be retrieved to the resultant relation, okay. So let us check the conditions. So first, if mark greater than equals to 60, these two tuples are satisfying, that means these two tuple will be retrieved to the resultant relation. Then let us check for the second condition, address equals to CTC. Here the address equals to CTC, these two and these two, that means now this tuple is selected and this tuple is selected, okay. That means three tuples in the student relation all are satisfying this condition. The resultant relation will contain the three tuple. Now the result of the above query is that is role is 10, address is CTC and mark equals to 50. Then second one is your John, role is 1, address is BBSR and role mark is 60. Name is Smith, role is 20, address is CTC and mark equals to 90. Let us see the next basic relational algebra operation, that is our project operation. So project operation is what? That means it selects certain columns from the table and discard the other columns. That means it selects certain columns from the tables. That means those attributes are given to retrieve, those are selected from the relation or from the table and rest of are discarded, okay. That means in case of project operation, the result of the project operation can be visualized as a vertical partition of the relation into two relations. That means one has the needed column which contain the result of the relational algebra operation and second one is the discarded columns. Let us see the syntax of the project operation and one example of the project operation. So the syntax of the project operation is pi. Pi is the symbol which is used to represent the project operation, okay. This pi symbol is used to represent the project operation. So pi attribute list, okay, and name of the relation, where pi is the symbol used to represent project operation. Okay, and attribute list is the number of attribute filter from the relation according to the condition. Okay, and last one is the R is the relation, is the name of the relation, is the name of the relation. If the given query is retrieve the name and address of the student, then in that case we must write the relational algebra expression as projection, name, address. Okay, and the name of the relation is student. We must store the result in another relation, that is suppose R1. Okay. So, the R1 will contain only 2 attribute or only 2 domain, because as we know in the project operation those attribute are satisfying condition will be reflect in the resultant, and those are not satisfying will discard from the resultant. So, our condition is the name and address attribute will be only display, the name and address attribute will be display. So, the resultant relation is name is address is CTC and name is John and address is BBSR and name is Smith and address is CTC. Okay. So, this is our resultant relation. Okay. Let us see one another example which will form the relational algebra expression by using both the select operation and project operation. Okay. If the query is given to retrieve the name and address of the student, okay, retrieve the name and address of the student whose mark is greater than equals to 60, okay, whose mark is greater than equals to 60, right. So, in that case what will be the relational algebra expression? First we must filter the number of tuple from the relation. For that we will write the expression as mark greater than equals to 60 from student relation. Okay. So, this expression will filter those tuples containing mark greater than 60, but containing all attributes, right. So, next is only we will retrieve the name address of the student whose mark is greater than 60. Then we will do a project operation, that is name and address. Okay. This will be stored in the resultant relation, suppose R1. Then R1 containing what? R1 containing only 2 attribute, that is your name and address, okay, and containing tuples only 2 tuple will be contained, because the condition is mark greater than 60. So, the result became John, Vivieser and Smith. So, this is all about your relational algebra unary operations, that is your select operation and project operation. That we know in the select operation the number of tuple will be selected from the relation, those are satisfying the condition, and the number of tuples are other tuples are discarded, right. In case of projection the number of attribute will be selected from the original relation and those attributes are not satisfying are discarded. Hope students you understood the today's lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.